So we've been having a very crazy ant problem in our house. I did notice before that, like during the summertime, we would get ants in our house, but this time it's just been super crazy and insane. And I just moved into this new place, but even at my old apartment, we used to have this problem during the summer. Just for some reason, this unit has like hundreds, if not thousands, of ants every single day. It's so irritating. So we me and my husband found some things that seem to be helping more than others. And so I wanted to share that here because I'm sure that there are other people, sorry about that, trying to get rid of these ants when they become annoying and a pest. So the first thing I would say is the most helpful and effective would be to seal up where the ants are coming from. So we would see the ants. If there is a trail, it was easier because you just follow the trail back to where they're coming in from. And then we would seal it right away, that little hole, and then they can't come in through there at all anymore. And we actually found an ant bait called taro, and we actually seen somebody else using it, and we've seen it being suggested in things that we were looking up. And so we've used the taro ant traps, and I'll show you a video of like how that was effective. But that really helped us because the ants would literally form the craziest, biggest line that I've ever seen. And that was helpful for me because when I'd see the little ants that were looking for food, I would just put those down or the taro traps where I seen those ants, and like literally within 10 15 minutes there's already a line starting. And that was perfect because now I was able to Walter, what? But so now I was able to follow the trail back to where I was coming from and then seal it up right then and there as well. So that's been very helpful, those taro ant traps, and they definitely work. A lot of the ants would like die like as they were like walking back to their colony, but there was still a lot going back. And the thing with those traps is you want, well, whatever ones do go back before you seal it up, but you want it to get back to the queen ant because the colony will not die or go away until their queen ant or ants are dead. So yeah, those are very effective. The only downfall with those is obviously I have 2 kids and we also have 2 dogs, so we can't leave the trap out like when the kids are awake, or we can't just leave it out like in the middle of the floor. So if we are able to see ants that are like up higher where Walter can't reach, then we are able to put it there. But if not, we have to like wait till they go to sleep and leave it out overnight, and in the morning see where the trail is coming from and seal it up right away. The last thing that we find to be helpful is spraying ant raid around the outside of our doors and windows. So I've actually been doing that since I first started living on my own. My mom like taught us that. We used to live up in Pasadena area, and we would get a lot of like bugs trying to come in during the summers. So my mom would spray all of our windows on the outside, and she would actually do it in the inside as well, to the windows and doors. But we didn't, I don't want to do that because obviously the strong is very strong. The smell is very strong, and I have 2 kids, and I don't want to. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable smelling that all day, or especially having the kids smell it. What are you doing? Are you trying to eat my fingers? So yeah, the raid spray seems to be very effective. I usually have to spray it or respray the windows and doorways at least once a month, and it honestly seems to be very effective. Like I won't see anything coming in or out. And in my previous apartments that I've lived in, I did that as well, and I pretty much would start seeing whatever an ant. Usually it's the ants, but an ant trying to come in through the window or on the bottom of the doorway. So yeah, so we do that. Between those 3 things, it seems to be really cutting down the problem that we have here, because when we first moved in, if there was even like a drop of juice dried up and left on the floor, I swear like ants would be coming from every direction in the house, and huge trails, like huge. And now it's not as bad, but there is still a problem. We do still get them. We know that we're supposed to put the dog food away at night, but we do leave it out at least like every other night. And I swear every morning the ants are getting the damn dog food. So we are just going to continue sealing, and I have a feeling, you know, every time we see the ant trails, we are still sealing them. So I have a feeling once pretty much every hole is covered, that problem will for sure go away. So now I'm going to show you how I use the ant gel and how I use the caulking stuff to seal up the holes. Quick too. I'm going to pour this out. Okay. So you just want to drop. Whoa. Like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same to these three. There's enough. There's enough. It's just like that. Okay, so the first one I'm going to put down in the bathroom. Okay. Let me show you where I'm putting it. So I'm going to put it right here. It's right by the sink, and I had seen some ants around here, so I'm going to leave that there, and there you can see the drop a little better too. So I'm going to leave that right there, and of course my little monster is running in. But I'm going to leave that there, and we'll come back and check on this in about 10 minutes to see if the ants are starting a trail to it. I'm going to get another one now, and I'm going to put this one near where the water heater is, and since that's going to be a little tricky, I'm just going to stop here and then record once it's already placed down. So I just put the other one right here in this door, which is where my water heater is, and it is right here. So we'll come back again in about 10 minutes to see how that went. Okay guys, so it's been over 10 minutes, probably more like 20 minutes, but you guys, it worked in 2 different spots right now, which is cool. I think it's really cool. All right, here's the one in the bathroom. As you can see, they are coming, and they're coming from here, and they're crawling up this way. I don't see any more up here, so I'm about to investigate more to see exactly where they're coming from. As you can see, it worked on this one. Alright, now the other one that is working is the one by the water heater. This one's an even bigger trail, so I'm going to show you guys that now. Those are all ants around there, and I don't know why this camera will focus right, but yeah, they're coming from somewhere over here. I'm assuming there's gonna be a hole back there. I'll have to check it. Okay, so now that I see that both of them have trails starting, pretty much I have to sort of investigate and figure out where the trail is leading to, like where they're coming out of. So that's gonna take a little bit of work, and I think it's gonna be hard to do with the phone on my hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for the holes that they're coming in from, and then I will come back and show you along the trail where they were coming from, and then I'll also show you how easy it is to seal it up with the caulking stuff. Okay, I'll be right back. So I'm going to show you what I'm using. I believe I got this from either Walmart or Target. It just says Quick Seal Kitchen and Bath Adhesive Caulk, and then I'm going to actually put this on this napkin here. So the reason I'm using a napkin is because this particular caulking seal is a tube that you squeeze out, and I've used it a few times, as you can see, and so it's all hardened right there, and it's easier for me to just pour it out onto this napkin and then get it with my finger off of the napkin rather than continuously having to squeeze this, which is pretty hard to squeeze and get it to come out in the first place, so it's just easier to put it on the napkin and use it that way. I'm also going to use this glove because I don't want to touch this stuff with my bare finger. Okay, so I squeezed some out onto the napkin. I'm pretty sure I don't even need this much because the hole that I found isn't too big, but I like to put in just enough just in case I do find that there is more cracks near that area or holes. I wanted to say that I have used different caulking solutions. We actually bought a few different ones when we first went to Walmart. So we bought a few that were like the tub, the circular tubs, but we used all of it already. So this was the last one that I used. And so far, all of them seem to be getting the job done. I haven't had to reseal a hole yet. So I'm pretty sure they're all pretty good and do what they say they're gonna do. So I am starting with this one, and I followed this trail here. And I had to move all of this stuff out of the way because the trail actually goes down under here and actually is coming up there right there. So I am seeing that there's actually more ants here again, so I am going to actually go ahead and spray them and get them out of my way just because I do not like bugs. So I will do that and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I've cleaned up the ants that were in this area here, and I am just grabbing a little bit of this caulking on my finger, and then I am going to fill this hole here. As you can see, there are still ants coming out, but I am just gonna have to go in for it. And believe me, I am not a person that likes bugs at all, so I feel you, those mothers out there that are watching this and scared when you have to do this. Oh, I think I have too much on my finger, so I'm gonna actually take a little bit off. There you go. All right. Oh, get out of my way. There you go. All right, so I'm just covering that there, and there's still a little hole there on the top, so I'm gonna fill it up a little bit more and just rub it in right there. And then I actually see that there's another hole on this side, so I'm gonna grab a little bit more and seal up that area just so it doesn't become a problem later. Okay, so now I am finished sealing the holes. As you can see, there are a couple of ants still crawling around. They're trying to find the hole that they came out of, but obviously they can't find it because it's sealed. So this is definitely the process I would recommend when trying to get rid of any sort of ant problem that you have. The ant gels work great in luring the ants to come out from wherever they're coming from, and then just making sure to seal it with a caulking solution. And yeah, that should definitely minimize any ant problem that you have. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button, and I'll talk to you guys again later. Bye.